Hi, parents. We're back again because your student needs your help. The main goal of this financial course is to help your student put what they're learning into immediate action.
The earlier modules about banking, budgeting, and building credit all had action steps that walk them through setting up financial systems that they can use in real life. Your student is currently learning about why it's important to start investing for their retirement at a young age. Time's on their side right now. The longer they have to invest, the more money they're going to have when it's time for them to retire. As you probably know, most jobs don't offer pensions anymore, and it's next to impossible to survive on just Social Security benefits, which means it's going to be up to them to fund their own retirements.
Throughout this investing module, your student has learned about the power of compound interest, the difference between IRAs and 401ks, how to determine their tolerance for risk, the pros and cons of do it yourself investing and hiring a financial advisor, how to choose an investment strategy, and the 5-step process to start investing.
We believe it's extremely important for them to understand just how easy it is to get started. Unlike banking, budgeting, and building credit, the investing module doesn't have any required action steps. But similarly to the action steps from those modules, if they're under the age of 18 and they want to start investing, they're going to need your help.
If you're not familiar with the different types of investment accounts or would like to know more about them, we highly encourage you to watch the previous investing lessons. We go pretty in depth on breaking down the basics of investing, and you may even learn something new for yourself.
Investing isn't just something for adults. A great option to help your student get started investing early is to open a custodial Roth IRA on their behalf. This will allow them to learn valuable lessons about money and take advantage of the power of compound interest years before they could do it on their own.
You might be wondering, what is a custodial Roth IRA? A custodial Roth IRA is a type of investment account that can be opened and managed by any adult, parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, family friend, on behalf of a minor earning income. A custodial Roth IRA is designed to help your students save for retirement by contributing their after-tax dollars to their investment account, which allows their investments to grow tax-free.
Okay, so as a parent, you probably want to know what the benefits of a custodial Roth IRA are and why we're even talking about them. The reason is that custodial Roth IRAs are ideal for teenagers. With this type of investment account, they'll have decades to grow their money tax-free. The earlier they start, the more money they can make over their lifetime. Most people don't recognize the importance of planning for their retirement until they're well into their 30s. And by then, they've missed out on more than a decade of growth. Teaching your student to invest in their own future is one of the best financial habits they can create.
In order for your student to be eligible for a custodial Roth IRA, they need to have some type of earned income. As long as they have earned income that they are paying taxes on, they can contribute to a custodial Roth IRA.
Your student can contribute up to $6,500 per year into a custodial Roth IRA so long as their contributions don't exceed the amount of income that they earned that year. As an account custodian, you too can make contributions into it, but the same rules apply. The contribution can't exceed the amount of income that the student earned, with a cap of $6,500 for all contributions combined.
If your student decides they want to withdraw money from their custodial Roth IRA before they're 59 and a half, they can withdraw their contributions at any time without having to pay a penalty or additional taxes on that money. However, if they withdraw more than what they contributed and dip into their earnings, they would have to pay a 10% penalty plus pay taxes on the earnings withdrawn before retirement age. There are some exceptions where those penalties don't apply. Early withdrawals are allowed for specific circumstances like buying their first home, medical bills, and paying for college. It's important to remember that laws can change. So down the road, if your student decides that they want to do an early withdrawal in the future, make sure to verify that they meet the specific criteria to avoid penalties. Ideally, the account shouldn't be touched until they retire. This way, it will allow any money they put into the account to grow as long as possible and maximize compounding interest.
We do need to mention that there is another option for your student to start investing called a custodial traditional IRA. The biggest difference between a custodial Roth IRA and a custodial traditional IRA is that contributions made to a traditional IRA are made with pre-tax dollars, which means your student would have to pay taxes when they withdraw the money from the account. With a Roth IRA, Any contributions your student makes are made after paying taxes on their money, which means any withdrawals they make when they retire will be tax-free.
It's hard to justify a traditional IRA over a Roth IRA for minors. Most students only earn a small amount of money and pay a low amount of income taxes. The money they contribute now would most likely be taxed at the lowest rates of their working lives. Because we are financial educators and not financial advisors, we can't tell you which type of account is better for your student. We can only explain the differences between the two so that you can make the most educated decision.
If you want to open a custodial Roth or traditional IRA for your student, the first step is picking a company. We included a PDF with a list of investment companies that will help you get started on your research. Once you've decided on which company to use, it only takes a few minutes to open the account online. You'll have to enter some basic personal information for you and your student, such as social security numbers, employment details, and annual income. You'll also need to link a bank account so that money can be transferred into the custodial Roth or traditional IRA.
Now is a great time for your student to determine how much money they'll contribute and how often based on the budget they made back in Budgeting Module Lesson 7. If you choose to, you can match your child's contributions as long as your combined contributions don't exceed how much money they earned that year or surpass the $6,500 cap.
Custodial IRAs are a great way to help your student get a step ahead financially at a young age. If you have further questions or you feel like you need more information before making a decision, we suggest taking the time to look through your student's course curriculum or reach out to a local financial advisor.
We thank you for taking the time to watch this video and supporting your student on their journey into the real world.